You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
I'm Stephen Cabral, board-certified naturopathic doctor, and I wanted to wish you a happy new year before we get started. I really wish the best for you this year. I hope you have all of the health and happiness that you've been seeking. And today, on our Motivation and Mindset Monday, I want to help you get to that goal or those goals a little faster this year. I honestly believe that we really can get and have and achieve what we want in life if we break it down into smaller chunks, more manageable pieces so that we don't get so overwhelmed. I just know in previous years myself is that I've set goals that were maybe a little bit too big, or not necessarily too big in what I wanted to achieve, but too big when I looked at the end result and not all the different steps along the way, right? And so what I want to do is I actually want to share with you directly from my practice right now of an example of how I help people achieve their goals. So I believe that you're going to be able to apply this same formula no matter what goal you have, all right? So the example I want to give you right now is from a weight loss body transformation client. So this is someone who wants to come in and they want to lose weight, they want to get in better shape, and I know that if I help them lose that weight, they're going to drop the inflammation, they're going to start to feel better, their self-confidence, their self-image, everything's going to start to go up. There's a reason why the tagline for the Cabral Concept is change your body, change your life. I honestly believe that it starts with changing your body. So many great things happen in your life when you start to take care of this vessel, this ship that you are sailing through life. It is so crucial. If your body's inflamed, if your body has poor digestion, if your joints hurt, if you have headaches and migraines and skin rashes, how are you going to be your best self? It's impossible. So first start with you. Start with that body that has to carry you through life, right? You fix that, I'm telling you, anything is achievable. So let's get right into it. I'm going to give you the formula that I did not make up. It's how I apply it in my practice that I think you'll see benefit from. So this is a specific person. They're going to use something called the SMART goal formula. So it's every different letter in SMART, S-M-A-R-T, stands for something different. And I'm going to show you how by using this formula, and I want you to write it down and do this on your own as well. So re-listen to this episode if you'd like afterwards. But listen to how the episode works. Listen to how the formula works. I'm telling you, it's remarkable at how well this works and how simple it is. That's why when I set a goal now, I say, whoa, that's a big goal. I don't know, how I would ever achieve that. But then I break it down. I'm like, okay, this seems really possible. So let's get right into it. The S stands for specific, and specific means this person who comes to see me, they want to lose 24 pounds and they want to go from 178 pounds to 154 pounds. So where's their goal? What's your goal? Specifically name it. You can't just say, I want to lose weight. You can't just say, I want to get well. What do you want to get well? How much weight do you want to lose? So write down that number. And if it's not a specific number, well, you have to then use a body fat percentage. You have to have something specific. You can't just say, well, I want to do better in my job. Well, what does that mean? Or I want to make more money. Well, what does that mean? Is it $5,000 more per year? Is it $5,000 more per month? Like, you have to give it a number, okay? So the first step for this person is saying, I want to go from 178 pounds to 154 pounds. This is actually a specific example that I've used with someone in the past. That's why I'm giving it to you right now. And they said, okay, why I want to weigh 154 pounds is because that's what I weighed my senior year of college, and it felt great. That was a great weight. That's when I was in my best shape. Okay, so I want to lose 24 pounds. That's very specific. Now, the M stands for measurable. And I'm going to give you the example. I will do a Monday and Friday weigh-in. And so basically every Monday and Friday, they're going to get on the scale. And we all know the scale is in the end all be all, but it certainly has to go down if your goal is weight loss, right? So it's okay. We're going to use that. And why do I pick Monday and Friday weigh-ins? Well, here's the reason why, is that people can go through the week and they can lose 2 pounds in that scale by Friday, but then they weigh in on Monday and they say, whoa, I'm back to the weight I was last week. What happened was that you had a 48-hour cheat meal, or maybe a little longer, right? So it lasted the whole weekend. It wasn't one cheat meal, it was the whole weekend. So we want to make sure that every Monday and Friday that we're losing that weight, all right? So really, really important. And then this person's going to do body composition testing, which just means using those little calipers to pinch their skin. Actually, pinch the subcutaneous body fat below, but every 4 weeks, and they can have a personal trainer do it, or you can buy, I think they're like $19.95 online. They're plastic calipers, so simple to use, simple, easy to use. And measurable means, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my Monday, Friday weigh-ins. I'm gonna do every 4 weeks. I'm gonna do my body composition testing. And I wanna make sure that as I'm doing my weigh-ins, I'm losing an average of 1.78 pounds per week. Now that's really specific. That's really measurable, right? Well, why 1.78? Why did I pick that number? Well, the reason I did is because it's very easy for the average person to lose 1% of their body weight every single week until they reach their goal. Now, on our programs, our protocols, they're going to lose about 5 to 10 pounds their first week in 7 days, right? If you do the Dr. Cabral Detox, it's going to be an average of 7.2 pounds. If you do our regular like client-based protocol where they're going through the Fatlocity diet plan, it's going to be around 5 pounds. Both are great. The Dr. Cabral Detox is just a little bit more of an actual protocol, right? Than just using the whole foods that we talk about in the Fatlocity plan. The difference is good functional medicine, nutritional supplementation to reduce that inflammation faster versus whole food. And as you can see, when you use functional medicine applied with whole food, you get better results. But that's okay. That's not for everyone necessarily. So if you front load it with that much weight, you can see how you're going to have to lose less as you go along, but that's okay as well. Usually the first week is 5 to 10 pounds. The next week is somewhere around 3 to 5 pounds. And after that, you're going down to 2 to 3 pounds and eventually 1% of your body weight. So you do those weigh-ins Monday and Fridays, and then you're going to do your body composition every 4 weeks. All right. So the A in SMART stands for attainable. And this means, what do you need to do or be or become or develop in order to achieve these specific goals? So this person said, I don't know a lot about working out. I don't know a lot about exercise in general, but I want to lose weight. And I know I can't probably just do it forever through, eating less calories, right? So they hired a personal trainer. They hired someone on our specific team. Now, what I would say to you is you don't have to necessarily hire a personal trainer if it's not within the budget, but you absolutely can buy an online workout protocol or a book for like $19.95, right? Like you can do that. I know for sure that you can, because you need to make that investment in yourself. And that investment comes with purchasing something, because you need a coach. The coach is either a book, it's an online personal trainer, or it's an actual physical personal trainer. And just make sure you hire someone that actually knows what they're doing, right? So that's the attainable. It is attainable when you get someone who has done it before you. And that's where I'm going to come into next. So like when I didn't, so 1 year ago today, I had never done a podcast before in my life. I love listening to them. I found them really motivating. I found them really inspiring. I found them educating, but I didn't know how to do it. I'd done videos for years with a clip-on mic and, but I always had people come in and videotape me from different companies and all that type of great stuff. And I had done TV and all that. So, but that was always done for me. I never knew the technical aspect of it. So I hired a coach, and I hired that coach about 12 weeks out. And I said, just tell me everything that I need to do step by step. Tell me all the things that you would have liked to have known in the beginning. And I want you to do that for someone basically who's never done this before. So explain it to me in very simple steps. And she did that. She was an amazing coach. And I really appreciate that, the guidance that she gave me. And I paid for that, right? This was her job as a coach. And I knew that if I invested the money, I would follow through and get it done. So that was helpful. All right, next up, the R in SMART is realistic. And so realistic, I mean this, like you need to actually believe you can achieve these results. Too many people set goals. It's in the subconscious. Deep down inside of them, they don't believe they can achieve it. And so it obviously starts with the mind as well. I'm going to wrap up with that too. But all I want you to think is this. Is it realistic? You simply have to say to yourself, has someone else in this world achieved a similar goal or the same goal that I'm going for? If so, how did they do that? And if you know that, you ask yourself, can I replicate this? Meaning like, do they have proprietary technology? Most likely not. Do they have proprietary supplements or foods? No, most likely not, because they're not patented, Can you get your hands on these same exact things? Absolutely. You can hire the coach. You can buy the book. You can follow the protocol, whether it's at home in your basement working out or whether it's in a gym or with a personal trainer in a studio. Realistically, you can achieve the same goal that anyone else has. That's why when I wasn't doing well, I concentrate a lot on my education, of course, but I also concentrated on inspiring stories. I'm like, wow. I'm like, that person was more sick than I was. I thought I was bad. They're in terrible shape, So I would look at that and I would just kind of laugh to myself and I would say, you know what? They overcame it. I can overcome this too. I don't know how yet, right? If I knew how, I would have already achieved the goal. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep pushing forward because I know if I just keep copying other people's blueprints, eventually I'm going to move forward. I'm going to get there. I have to. I'm copying things of successful people. All right, so the last one is timely, right? This is the most important. This is the aspect that most people miss. And that's because they don't put a timeline, a deadline, a date on their goal. So if this person wants to lose 24 pounds, they could lose 24 pounds in a couple months. They could lose 24 pounds in a year. They could lose 24 pounds in a decade, right? They didn't put a date on it. And I'm being serious about this. You might think I'm joking about 10 years from now, but no, we all know that there's people who go to the gym and they look exactly the same year in, year out. They might have a goal of losing 24 pounds, but they never made it happen. You need to get serious about your goals, whether it is getting well, whether it is recovering from an autoimmune issue, whether it is recovering from Lyme or it is losing weight, right? So this is how I broke it down for this client. I said, if we're going to work together, we're going to be serious about this. We're going to make sure you achieve your goals. Those are the people that I love to work with. So here's what I want you to do. The average weight loss for all humans is about 1 to 2 pounds. Why? Because that's about 1% of your body weight. 100, nobody at 100 pounds typically needs to lose weight. Again, I should say as an adult, but 200-pound person, yeah, they can easily lose 2 pounds per week. 300-pound, 400-pound people that we've worked with as well, sure, they could absolutely lose more. Totally understand that. The average human loses about 1 to 2 pounds in a week. So now we know your average at 1% body weight is 1.78 pounds per week, so you fall right within that parameter. Fantastic. So now we need to figure out the timeline. At 1.78 pounds per week, how many weeks is that will it take to lose 24 pounds? Very simple. We divide 1.78 pounds by the number of weeks, or multiply by the number of weeks needed to lose that 24 pounds. So what we get is 13.5 weeks. That's it. I multiplied 1.78. I multiplied that by 13.5, and I get those 24 pounds. So, or 24 divided by 1.78. Again, just whatever your goal number is, divide that by your typical average weight loss per week, which is 1% of your body weight, and you'll get the number of weeks. This isn't complicated. Like even if we want to make it even easier, you could just say, well, this is an average of about 1.5 pounds per week. So everyone in that parameter is going to be able to multiply that to get to their goal weight. Okay, I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. So at 13.5 weeks times an average of 1.78 pounds, which is 1% of the body weight, that's when they're going to achieve their goal. So I said, okay, great. We have your number. We have those parameters. I'm going to give you 14 weeks. That's your number. You get an extra half a week buffer. That's it. So what I'm saying is I want to mark down the date. Today is January 2nd. Well, that means I need to go out in my calendar 13 and a half weeks. It may seem like a long time. We could achieve it earlier, but really it's just a little over 3 months. That's simple. So somewhere again around the beginning of April, so January, February, March, you're going to be at your goal weight. Not only that, you're going to be feeling fantastic. Not only that, the summer isn't even here yet. You're going to be in your peak shape, your peak condition this summer. You're going to feel absolutely fantastic. And I know that's going to spawn you, that's going to move you towards even greater goals. So do you see how we did this? The SMART formula. Again, I didn't make this up. It's just how I'm applying it that I think makes it even simpler. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, timely. What's specific? They want to lose 24 pounds, 178 to 154. Measurable, Monday and Friday weigh-ins with a body comp, meaning the body fat testing every 4 weeks. And they're going to make sure that they're losing that 1.78 pounds every week. Attainable, they're going to hire a coach, buy a book, get an online personal trainer. They're going to get a program that's going to help them lose the weight. Realistic, has anyone lost this weight before? Absolutely, of course. Millions of people, right? And then timely, well, it's very simple. Percent of their body weight's 1.78. They weigh 178 pounds. That means that 13 and a half weeks, they're going to lose that 24 pounds. Do you see how really you could break this down for any any goal you're looking to achieve. I know that you can. It absolutely can. Now, you can say, well, I'm dealing with a wellness-based issue. You still can. Most people in my practice get well, completely better. No sign of their previous issue within 12 to 16 weeks. The human body was meant to really regenerate every 120 days. And at the end of 12 months, it's 97% completely regenerated. So what I'm saying for you is work on a specific thing, make a specific goal. Now you can have multiple goals at the same time. My thing is this: pick your top priority. Knock out that top priority first. What's going to get you to your best self, right? So I'm telling you, start with your body. What can you change about your body? Change your digestion, change how you feel, change your skin, change your weight, change whatever it is. But by doing that, I'm telling you, it's going to show you a newfound confidence. And the reason is this: once you achieve a goal that you didn't think that you could achieve, everything becomes possible. That's how I viewed my life once I got well. I had this newfound energy and I had this newfound outlook in life. The thing is this: I had to become a different person in order to achieve my specific goals. And by becoming a different person, by changing my mindset, by rewiring the way I looked at life and the way that I changed the way that my thoughts come about, I was able then to transform different areas of my life. And the way that happened was that I realized that by achieving one thing, really the process can be applied to anything. I looked at my work differently, I looked at my career differently, I looked at my relationships differently. And everything now is moving in that positive direction that I wanted to. And I absolutely want the same thing and believe the same thing can happen for you in 2017. So what I'd like you to do right now is come up with one goal, just one specific goal right now. You can write down a bunch that you have, and I absolutely believe that you should. But pick the one that you believe is going to propel you forward. The one goal that if you achieve that, the others may just fall right in line. That's what I always talk to people when they come into my practice. Okay, I know you're suffering from a lot of things right now, but what's that number one thing that if we could change that it may take care of all of the rest? I'm telling you, if you start to do that and then you apply the SMART formula, you'll be well on your way to having your best year yet. I really am looking forward to this year. I'm really looking forward to this year's Cabral Concept podcast. I want to make sure that I help you the best that I can. So please let me know how I can do that for you. You can always write in at stevencabral.com/Ask Cabral. And as always, if this episode or any episode you feel could help someone else, please do feel free to pass it on to them. I really want to get this message out to the world, and I know that with your help, we can do that together. Before you go, I wanted to ask you this question. What if I could teach you in just a couple of hours how to transform your thyroid, hormones, adrenal, cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar, weight loss, energy, mood, brain, pregnancy, anti-aging, or many other health-related issues? After 20 years in private practice, after seeing and overseeing 250,000 client appointments, I sincerely feel I have the real-world data and have found the answer you've been searching for. So what I've done is spent hundreds of hours of my own time refining what you need to know in order to uncover your underlying root cause health issues and then begin to rebalance the body and bring it back to a state of robust health and wellness. I'm going to teach you exactly what I do in my private practice so you can understand how you got here and now what you need to do in order to heal. You'll receive all of the important success checklists, protocols, and even ways to customize it to make the program fit your busy life. And you'll get all of this at a fraction of the price. Let me save you the time, money, energy, stress, and frustration of not knowing what to do next. Instead of reading dozens of books on the topic and seeing multiple practitioners, I will condense everything that you need to know in just a few hours of video tutorials that you can watch and listen to anywhere. Together, we will make this healing process an enjoyable one that you can take with you for the rest of your life. I wish you all of the best of health and happiness, and I hope to be able to guide you on your healing journey through my Health Results Accelerators. Simply choose the health imbalance you're currently suffering from, and by the end of today, you'll know what went wrong and how to get well again. I guarantee it. For details, head over now to stevencabral.com/courses.